Hi guys, it's me Giovanni, and I of course have nothing else for a video, nothing special to talk about again, and I'm stuck on something that I want and need to do. Just something, but I don't know. I thought to myself, why don't I just tell stories about my life? That would be interesting, right? Right? So, if you don't know anything about me, I was born in 2003, and here in the present day, I'm 21 years old now. And I don't feel any different than when I, like when I was 20, or maybe even 19. So, when I was around, I'm thinking 5 or 6 years old, probably 6, I used to go to, some friend's house who were babysitting me, who for some reason, my mom doesn't remember. I'm not sure why. Maybe she just forgot about them. Who knows, but I used to remember them, and I still do. I remember going to their house and playing with Legos, playing video games, specifically Mario Kart Wii, and it was good for the time being. I only remember 2 of the people who lived in that house, specifically Matthew and Melanie. They were really, really nice. And one time I stayed at their house for so long that I ended up sleeping in one of the beds, and yeah. Thankfully I was okay. It's not like anyone slept near me. Because I was also a child during that time. A child. At like 6 to 7 years old. Now, during the 2010s, I was around 6 to 15 years old. No, wait. 16 years old. It was eventful. At first, everything was fine, but when I went to middle school, things changed, obviously. If I had to be honest, especially if anyone else knows about this, middle school can be tough. It can be stressful. It's almost torture much more than high school. People hate the certain grades. I mean, the specific school year that you're in, either 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. For me, it was 7th to 8th grade. But, during 6th grade, something happened during the spring, and my 6th grade teacher, told me, straight to my face, that I will never go to Guatemala with my dad again. And the pressure was too much for me. Because I ended up rejecting my dad's offer to go to Guatemala, even though he already had passports and tickets to go there. He was disappointed. Especially my mom. But I just didn't care at that moment But sometimes I still think about it. And at that moment, when that happened, I immediately hated my 6th grade teacher. Now, there was also another problem during middle school. This teacher's assistant, her name was Mrs. Gonzalez, and let me just tell you, I'm pretty sure I have told this story before, but just in case, if you're new to my channel, or if anyone else have watched my videos and don't remember this, then Miss Gonzalez keeps telling me that stupid is a bad word. And I told my Nana about this. And she said that the reason why Miss Gonzalez says stupid is a bad word is because it's an insult word. But Nana, I was a fucking 12 to 13-year-old. And kids at that age are allowed to curse, at least from what I've heard back then. And I thought that Mrs. Gonzalez was telling me this as if she was talking to a toddler. I have never been more agitated in my life from hearing her say that to me multiple times during my time at middle school. I hated it. I hated it so much that looking back at those days, I wish that I confronted her about what she was saying to me. How ridiculous it was. Ridiculous. How stupid she was to say that to me. And I don't care if stupid is a bad word, because if I had to say bad words, profanity to her, I would say that she's a whore, a trashy bitch, who needs to keep her pie hole shut. Because I wouldn't even want to hear another word from her, especially if she had to leave school altogether and go somewhere else to work. There was also, during 7th and 8th grade, I had this math teacher, Miss Thomas, and she was an absolute bitch. I can't even begin to tell you how much I was bothered by her presence. Especially during 8th grade, during the first few days of the week. And I'm thinking March, April, May, maybe March, I can't remember. But all I know is that there were substitute teachers instead, and on Wednesday, my social studies teacher, who was also my 6th grade teacher, Miss Hersick, she told me that I didn't do any work, even though I thought it was strange that she approached me so suddenly to tell me this, because I'm pretty sure that I didn't know what she was talking about. Either what it was about math class or the class that I was in with her. But it didn't even make any sense to me. I hated Mrs. Hersick more and more as time went on, and when she left, I felt, on the outside, I felt like I was upset just as much as some other students were. But on the inside, I couldn't be more relieved and overjoyed about it. Let me tell you, I hated my 6th grade teacher so much, that I never thought she would leave, but she did. And you know what? It was great. Also, what was great is that during the final month during 8th grade, Miss Gonzalez left, and there was someone else to take over for her, who was much more nicer and did not say that ridiculous thing about stupid being a bad word. It was good. It was good. But when middle school was finally over, I was so relieved when it was over. I was never going to go back there, and I couldn't be more happier about it. Middle school is like hell for preteens. Just an absolute hell. And let me tell you, so, during the last month of middle school, in math class, we either wanted or needed, we chose which high school we wanted to go to, but I chose neither because, honestly, I wouldn't want to be stuck with the same teachers who were in my middle school. I'm pretty sure what I've heard back when I was in middle school during that time. But thank God I didn't go to those high schools. I went to a private school for high school instead. But during senior year, it was like hello all over again, except the students were chaotic instead of teachers harassing me. Let's just say the senior year of my high school days were cursed. And thank God I'm done with school. I never want to go to school ever again. Never. That's all for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it or not. Stay safe, please.